Hello, my friends. Welcome to a very special week on the podcast. It's the What's Possible special series. This is the first half of a book I wrote a few years ago, and it will include the 10 truths extraordinarily successful women know. I will offer 2 of these truths per day over the next 5 days. If you want coaching on these topics, make sure you join me for What's Possible Coach Week starting soon. You can go to thelifecoachschool.com/possible to find out more. 9. We know we are already 100% worthy. You can't do anything to make yourself more worthy. Being more successful doesn't change your worth as a human. Your worthiness is indisputable. No matter what you've done, good or bad, you are as worthy as the person sitting next to you in Starbucks, the lady who just got arrested and is going to jail, and the baby who was just born in the last 10 minutes. We start worthy, we stay worthy, and we end worthy. Nothing we do ever changes any of that. You must know this before we start. You must understand that nothing you will do in this world of success can change or make you more of who you already are. Success will take it and show it to you in the work, and that is ridiculously fun to see. But whatever you create is only an expression of what you already are right now. Accomplishment doesn't change you, it just reveals you. If someone doesn't recognize your worthiness, it is an indication of what they can see, not what you are. If someone doesn't think you are good enough, they honestly don't know what they're talking about. I don't care if it was a teacher in school, your mother, your husband. If they can't see you for the complete and perfect human that you are, they have work to do to see your worthiness because you have nothing to prove. You will be complete and worthy when you blow your own mind with success, and you are complete and worthy right now in this moment. Fulfilling your potential won't increase you as a human in your worthiness in any way. No one exists or will ever exist that will be more worthy than you. Not the richest person in the world, not the smartest, not the best inventor, or the business person, or the Nobel Peace Prize winner. So we can all stop trying to be more worthy. It's exhausting and frankly a waste of time. It's already done. Check it off your to-do list. Let everyone know you've completed the task of proving your worthiness to anyone. It's laughable. You're here, you're worthy. It's the truest thing I know, and there's not one shred of evidence to the contrary. It's for you to believe, enjoy, and stand into, no matter what you do next. Other people will not know what you're capable of. You are the only one who has claim to your possibility. This is one of the most magical freedoms of life, no matter where you come from or what your circumstances are. You get to decide what you believe is possible. And because it's your life and your future, there's absolutely nothing anyone can do about it. Dan Sullivan from The Strategic Coach once taught me that the future is our property. I love this. I love that it's mine and no one can be allowed to step foot on it without my permission. I get to do with my future what I choose to do with it. My future is nothing right now but my own possibility. And remember that possibility is always currently impossible by design. What you want to create in your future is not created now, and therefore it's temporarily impossible. So when people come to you and want to remind you of this now very obvious fact, do not use it as a reason to doubt yourself. Recognize it for the truth that it is and give them a wink. People don't mean to be rude or trample on your dreams. They just want you to be realistic so you don't get disappointed. They would rather you live a very disappointing life now rather than go for something and fail. They mean well, but they aren't for listening. Did you hear me? Do not listen to these people. They don't have good things for you. Failing after you've tried is always better than failing ahead of time. You will learn and grow and evolve, and all success requires this of you. Now listen, haters are people too. When you start to have extraordinary success, and you will, haters are going to come commenting. Let's call these haters the commenters. That is their superpower. They aren't very busy living extraordinary lives, so they spend a lot of time commenting on other people's. Have you noticed this truth? Did you ever see Oprah in the comments on Facebook complaining that someone isn't politically correct? Have you ever seen Bono get in a fight with a fellow commenter on YouTube? There's a reason for this. They're too busy being extraordinary than to be on the sidelines commenting. So let's decide now that you aren't going to listen to the non-constructive comments. And I mean ever. They are like the lobsters at the bottom of the pot trying to pull you back down. And as soon as you look at them, you will lose your focus. Keep climbing. Think of commenting like a sport, whether it's being done at a party, behind your back, or on Facebook. It's a sport that you don't play or watch. Period. The end. And that being said, don't hate the haters. The haters are all people too, and they all have reasons for why they have so much time on their hands to hate you and the other people. The more you understand their motives, the less upset you will be at them, and the more compassion you will feel. I'm going to let you in on something that you might not be aware of, and it is that some of your success haters are going to be people who love you. They're going to think they have some type of authority over your life, and they will feel compelled to give you proper direction. And here's what I want to tell you. You don't need their permission to do whatever the heck you want with your life, and that includes making a ton of money. Don't ask them what they think, and don't defend it as a decision. Just do it. They will still judge you quietly and often very out loud. Let them. It is your life, not theirs. If they want a life of moderate success, that's totally fine with us. We won't give them a hard time about it. But we also will not consider their opinion as we go about making enough money to buy 7 Lambos, not because we want to buy them, but because we have the option to buy them. I always say quietly in my head, your opinion is noted, and then I go about living my massively successful life. Do this. It's very, very fun. Your worthiness will not change. It won't change when you have more money. It won't change when people hate you or not hate you. It won't change when you get more approval or less approval. As you go through this process, the haters will come. And you may think that they're affecting your worthiness. They're attacking your worthiness, your intention, the trueness of who you are. Please don't ever question your own worthiness. No matter how many times you fail, no matter how many mistakes you make, no matter how many people disapprove of what you're doing. If you hang on to your worthiness and you know that it is always absolute and always complete, you will make it through. And you won't be any more worthy, but you will know your worthiness to be absolute because it will not be affected by any part of this journey. 10. We know it's hard, and we can do hard things. Creating extraordinary success is hard. This is the reason to do it. If it wasn't hard, it wouldn't matter. Let it be hard. Plan on it being hard. Enjoy it being hard and uncomfortable and frustrating and overwhelming. When we do hard things, we get stronger. When we do hard things, we show ourselves what we're capable of. The discomfort of doing hard things is the currency we pay for the success we ultimately get. When a student tells me they don't want to do something or something seems too hard, I always get excited. Then I immediately tell them they have to do it. I squill with delight when I know something will be scary and challenging and difficult. Kara, a brilliant member of my millionaire mentoring group, calls this the barf factor. When I give an assignment to a new student and they say they feel nauseous, she says, "Yep, that's about right. Keep going." I usually look at her and say, "No, really, I'm serious. I feel sick." And she says, "Yeah, I know. You're doing it right." Every single one of my students who have extraordinary success, without exception, told me it was too difficult at one point. Each of them explained to me why they couldn't do something. They argued for their limitations. They made a case. They showed me the proof. I told them to do it anyway. I told them to double down and make their goal bigger. I told them that hard is not a reason not to do something. It's the exact reason to do something. Keep going, I told them. Some cried, some argued, some told their friends behind my back that I was mean, and so it went with each of them. And for whatever reason they will each give, they kept doing hard things. They kept showing up and working at it. And do you know what happened? Do you know what always happens when you keep doing hard things for all the right reasons? You blow your own mind. Literally. You change your mind about what you're capable of. You get stronger. And most importantly, you get better at doing hard things. You really want to be a person who is good at doing hard things because hard things have the prize at the bottom of the box. Hard things make you stronger. Doing hard things is the only way to accomplish impossible goals. You have to go completely against your brain's conditioning to the world's suggestions and your own fear to accomplish extraordinary success. Anyone who tells you that that isn't hard hasn't done it. It's the hardest of the hard, the best of the best. Can I make a suggestion here? Hang out with people who are doing hard things. This is different than hanging out with people complaining about hard things. Complaining is easy. Doing is hard. Spend time with people who are sweating from asking a lot from themselves. Hang out with people who are proud of the work they are doing each and every day, even if they have nothing to show for it. Hang out with people who get after it each and every day. These are the people who are going where you want to go and being the kind of people you want to be. There's nothing better than a group of badass women doing hard things each and every day. And as we're about to close down part 1 of this book, I have to tell you that there's a big difference between knowing what extraordinarily successful women do and living it. You can't just know it intellectually. You have to know it so hard you feel it. Because when you feel it, you will do it. That's how you know if you really know something. You will see evidence of it in your life. So let's review. 1, we know we have to teach ourselves what is possible. We are the ones. We have to teach it to ourselves. We've been conditioned to believe in what's already been done. We get to decide what's possible in our lives. 2, we know the difference between success, happiness, and being a good person. 3 different topics. They need to be treated separately. 3, we know that creating value is what creates money, and we know how to create value. Remember, value is determined by the person paying, whether it's your employer or your customer. You know that you're creating value not by how hard you're working, but by whether the person wants to pay you for what you're creating. 4, we know that extraordinary success includes having lots of money. There's a big difference between earning money, spending money, and having money. Extraordinary success includes having lots of money. 5, we know that life is 50-50. We embrace and allow the half of life that is uncomfortable, that is painful. We release suffering, which comes from pushing against negative emotion, and we allow pain, which is the opposite of suffering, which lets pain flow through us. If you're going to have big goals, you're going to have to embrace discomfort. You're going to have to embrace frustration and doubt. You're going to have to allow it to pass through you. 6, we know failure is the price of success. You're going to have to fail many, many, many times. That is the payment. That is what you need to keep doing in order to finally arrive at success. Think of it as a ladder. Each rung of that ladder all the way to the top is a fail. 7, we know that we don't understand the how until we're there. When you do impossible things that have never been done before in your own life, there's no way to know the how ahead of time. You know the how in the rearview mirror. You see the how once it's done. You figure out the how by doing the next thing and seeing if it works. 8. We know it's not better there than here. It's always going to be 50-50. We don't need to escape this moment for some future moment that we think is going to be better. And yet, there is fun, and there is evolving, and there is different. So we go after there and the possibility of there with all of our heart, with all of our energy, with all of our commitment and enthusiasm. 9. We know that we are already 100% worthy. Period. There's no question. You don't have anything to prove. You don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need anyone else's acceptance. You're 100% just as you are. And you don't need to do any of this extraordinary success to have a worthy life, to be a worthy person. But I want to suggest that it's way more fun if you do. 10, we know we can do hard things. And that's where we're here right now. We know that we can do hard things. We are up for the challenge. We were built for this. We were made for this. So let's go. I will finish this section by saying you're welcome. You don't even know what you're thanking me for, so I will tell you. A woman who knows these 10 things I've just taught you is the most confident and powerful woman in every room. I've given you the gift of knowing that will make everything else you do from here easier. You can lean on these things with the visualization of me and my group of friends holding you up. There's nothing too hard for you. You can feel any emotion. You are the worthiest. You don't need to know the how. You don't need to be better than you already are. You have everything you need within you now. You were made for this. Your dreams are possible. It doesn't matter that it's hard because you are you. Claim what is yours. We've done it, so can you. I believe in you. If you've enjoyed listening to the What's Possible series, you must join me for our What's Possible Coach Week, where I will be coaching you live on all of these topics, on what's possible for you, and introducing you to the possibility formula, which is the second half of the book that I wrote that teaches you how to execute these truths in your life. You can come to thelifecoachschool.com/possible in order to join us live. We'll see you then.